Event 28, girls 11 and 12, 100-yard breaststroke. Heat 4, report to the bullpen. Heat 4, report to the bullpen.
Well, welcome back here to Kirkwood. Welcome back here to Kirkwood High School at the Walker Natatorium. We get set for our second session today. Our first event here, and this one will be the girls' 11 and 12-year-old 100-yard breaststroke. We'll have three competitors in heat number one. It'll be Shanna Higgins in lane 3 from Parkway. She's an 11-year-old. 11-year-old Vivi Wolf in lane number 4 from Parkway, and then Rockwood's Gigi Benedetti. She is in lane number 5, Benedetti, an 11-year-old from Rockwood right now. So we've got an underwater camera here, so we'll get to check out some of the dives, some of the turns as they come off of the start-finish wall. You see right now a couple of the youngsters coming in to that wall. So we'll see if if you like that. Let us know what you think. Always trying something new. That's Kevin Girth at the controls, as he usually is, bringing you all of these sights and the sounds.
Event 28, girls 11 and 12, 100-yard breaststroke. Heat 4, heat 5 to the bullpen. Heat 4, heat 5 to the bullpen.
Wolf and Benedettini right now battling for that first place, and Gigi slightly ahead here as we come into the home stretch. They're halfway down the pool for this final 25. Again, first time for these three young ladies swimming this event. First one to the wall will come in at just under 140. That time will be 1:37.78. We'll be looking for some of those times in this age group, 11 and 12s, for the boys and the girls. In this one, B time is 1:34.09. So just off of that, nice swim for the first time around for these two young ladies. As Shannon Higgins touches the wall, finishes things out at 2 minutes flat. All right, now we go to heat number 2. In this heat, there's 7 heats in this one, folks, so stay tuned with us here on this very technical stroke. Only 2 of the swimmers in the middle of the pool have an established time already. The swimmers in lanes 2, 3, 6, and 7 do not. And so we'll start in lane number 2 at the top of your screen. That's where things will go, and right now we're underwater, so lane 1 is to your left, lane 8 is to your right. We do not have anyone in lanes 1 or 8 on this particular event, but nonetheless, it's Allison Moffitt in lane number 2 from Rockwood. Her teammates, also 12-year-olds, Gladra Spann and Lila Penrod in lanes 3 and 4. Noah Brooks is in lane 5. Molly Cook from Rockwood in lane 6, and Parkway swimmer 11-year-old Madeline Tucker in lane number 7. Established times for Penrod and Brooks in this one, 2:08 and 2:16 respectively. That's what they would like to come in under. And again, 1:34.09 is that first cut for the B cut. Shout out to Vivian. We got an early one in. That's Heidi. She gave a number of shout outs last night, and she wants to give her first one here today. Go Molly Bell. It's a shout out from Amy Cook. Hello to Leanna from Selena. And, of course, we've got that underwater camera, so we'll see how that pans out over the course of the rest of today. Angie Schott says, let's go Allison. Right now, coming into the home stretch, first one to the wall in this one. In lane number 2 will be Moffitt. Moffitt will come in at 1:38.42, so just a little bit slower than Benedettini, but that'll be the established time here in this one. 2 swimmers in lanes 4 and 5 trying to come under their previous best, and they will do just that. Nice drops for those 2 young ladies as well. So nice established time. Everyone in this heat under 2 minutes. So good drops and good established times for all those youngsters. Some 11 and 12-year-olds in that one. This is all 11 and 12-year-olds in this session. Session number 4 for this Valentine's meet. Go Sparkles. Go. Let's go Sparkles. Go Lucy. That's from Beth Stone. Let's go Lexi, Morgie, and Mia. Whoop, whoop from Callie Moore. Nice shout out. Again, for my partner, Kevin Girth. He makes all this happen, and they love that underwater camera. That's from all the parents who can't get here. And grandparents. They're chiming in from San Diego. All right, here we go with heat number 3. Carly Frankenberger's in lane 1. Lucy LaFleur in lane 2. Brenna Vogler in lane 3. Natalie Bola in lane 4. Rianne Weineke in lane 5. Lizzie Kastner in lane 6. Claire Zhao in lane 7. And Lily Hellwig in lane number 8. So a full slate here in this one, folks. All these swimmers with an established time. Fastest time coming in was Natalie Bola. She's in lane number 4, 1:49.13. Best time thus far, 1:37.78. That was back in heat number 1. Right now, front runners in this particular heat are a couple of 12-year-olds. It's LaFleur from Heat. She swam very well last night. And Brenna Vogler from Parkway in lane number 3. Vogler, first one off the wall. Now she'll come back here for this home stretch. She's at half of the pool and trying to make her way down to the wall. First one to the wall, and it'll be a soft touch. She'll come in. I believe that was going to be in a time that would have gotten her very close to that cut, or that B cut. LaFleur will be second at 1:38.77, but it was Vogler who came in first. And after that, lane number 5 was Weineke. Lane number 7, Zhao, followed close in behind by Bola, then Kastner. Lizzie Kastner dropping 3 seconds off her previous time. Nice job to young Lizzie Hellwig, and then Frankenberger. So I want to give a shout out to the Kastner family. We'll see her older brother Andrew swim later, but Karen and Greg, of course, good fans of Parkway, good sports fans all the way around. We had young Lizzie playing softball and soccer with us for a number of years. Got a chance to coach her, nice young lady, and great parents as well. Good family. All right, here we go. Breaststroke, heat number 4. Dillander. She's in lane number 1. She's from Parkway. Sally Nolan, she's in lane number 2. She's from Parkway as well. Rockwood's Ellie Mohan in lane 3. Mia Moore in lane 4. She got a shout out a moment ago. Shay Seck. Shay is in lane number 5. Alexi Stone in lane number 6. Madeline Massaro in lane 7. And Parkway's Nila Swaminathan in lane number 8. Right now, middle of the pool, it's Moore. She seems to be front running a little bit. Seck right in behind her. Of course, Shay, multi-sport athlete. Plays soccer, plays basketball. We've seen her out on the soccer field as well with Lizzie Kastner and young Anna Judkins. Of course, her father, Musa Mo, now taking over the reins for the soccer team and continue to push his kids into different athletic ventures, I should say. Their mother, Molly, and, of course, her grandfather, Mark, is an official. So you may see him out here and there. We want to say hello to him as well if he's out there listening. Don't get to see everybody that we see on a normal basis during these COVID times. Go Noah. Proud of you. Lucy, Tyson, Mom, and Grandma.
Call, 14.
Well, front running now in this one with a very long stride and stroke.
All heats, 1, 2, and
Mia Moore, she came in with a 1:44.27. She's going to shatter that. She's going to be well under that B time. She'll get that B time. She has a soft touch. She gets the first place trophy. She was around 133, 132-ish. She's at they didn't touch right. Sek comes in second at 139.85 in lane number 5. So she drops 5 seconds off of her previous best. Nice job to Shea. Stone, Massaro, and Swami Nathan come in third, fourth, and fifth. Fourth, fifth, and sixth. And then rounding things out in lane number 2, Nolan, and then Dillander in lane number 1. So nice job to all of those young ladies. First B time of the day to Mia Moore. Here we go now in heat number 5, Natalie Grither in lane number 1. Lane number 2 is Sydney Schott. Natalie Gronberg in lane number 3. She is a 12-year-old from Parkway. No one in lane 4. Reagan Poggio in lane 5. Clara Budge in lane 6. Madeline Seabaugh in 7th. And Mabry Lewis, the 12-year-old from Parkway, in lane number 8. Fastest preliminary time in this heat, 1:37.06 from Poggio. She's an 11-year-old from Rockwood. Right now she's in lane number 5. It's her teammate, Clara Budge, in lane number 6 with a slight lead over Gronberg in lane number 3 from Parkway. Also very strong right now in lane number 2, Sydney Schott. Swim fast, Sid. Sid Schott. That's from Angie Schott. Come on, Sydney, from Patrick Schott. Let's go, ladies. Go get him, Sydney Schott. That's from Matthew Schott. David Moore says, let's go Heat. Heat girls looking good. Bunny Gronberg. Go, 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 Natalie Gronberg. Love Grandma and Grandpa. You know, they're showing their quality so far right down here in lane number 8 right now. Starting to stretch it out just a little bit, though. This is Mabry Lewis. 1:43.03 was her preliminary time. Right now, she's slightly ahead of Gronberg, who is in lane number 3. Looks like coming to the wall in this heat will be Mabry Lewis. Time to beat right now is just under 1:33. And she will do that with a good touch. 1:30.33 for that young lady. Solid B time. See, we've got a couple more B times in there. We did get a B time in lane number 3. That was Gronberg, so she achieves the B time as well at 1:33.23. Rounding things out, 3rd and 4th were Budge and Seabaugh. 5th and 6th were Schott and Poggio, and rounding things out is Grinther. She is right on her previous time, about a half a second quicker than previously tallied. All right, here we go now. Heat number 6. Lane number 5 is vacated in this one. Vika Anderson, she's in lane number 1 from Parkway. Her Parkway teammate, Gracie McLeod, in lane 2. Another Parkway teammate, Kennedy Johnson, in lane 3. Saw her father, Mike, earlier. He's down there timing as well. Elise Hamlink, she's in lane 4. She's a Rockwood 12-year-old. Celine Chen, she's in lane 6, a Parkway 12-year-old. And then Leela Herzl, we got a shout out for her earlier. And Aditi Roy in lane number 8. That's what we've got. Let's go Rockwood from Vicky Chapman. Way to go. That's from Bunny Gronberg. Let's go, Ken. We get it. That's from Elaine Johnson. Hope you're doing well, Elaine. Good shout out to her. And again, her husband, Mike, longtime swim parents. Go Peyton Parker. Grandma and Grandpa are proud of you. Right now, middle of the pool, lane 4. That's Hamlin. She came in with the best preliminary time of 1:24.79. She's looking to get that down if she can to 1:20. 1:20 gets her that A time. She's right now snuggled nicely into that double B time. She's going for it now. She can get it in a couple more seconds. Coach Chris Etherington imploring his swimmers right now. Second place there in lane number 2 is McLeod. Johnson right in behind her in lane 3. Also in lane 1 is Anderson. So they're all vying for that second place. Touching the wall first in lane number 4 will be Hamlink. 1:24.17. So just under her previous best time by a half second. Nice job for that young lady. Second place in the heat goes to McLeod at 1:28.81. 1:29.30 for Anderson, and then Johnson coming in at 129.37. Fifth, sixth, and seventh rounding things out are Chen, Herzl, and Roy, all with B time. So BB time to Hamlink, and B times for the rest of the lot in that race. Here we go now. Heat number 7. This is the final heat. This will be the fastest heat. We've got 8 full swimmers, all lanes occupied, and Peyton Robick, she's got a shout out from her grandma. She'll go first, top of your screen in lane number 1 from Parkway. Amelia Martin, she's in lane number 2, currently unattached. Olivia Johnson, she's in lane 3 from Hannibal. Sydney Scheck, she won an event last night. She is in lane number 4, and right now she is stretching it out, folks. Georgia Samet in lane 5. She is from the Metro East. Sierra Graham, also very fast in this event. She's in lane number 6. Cecilia Hoganson, she is in lane 7 from Parkway. And Aaliyah DeBosch, also very fast. She's in lane number 8, an 11-year-old. Right now, middle of the pool, though, it's Scheck. Followed closely in behind her by Johnson, and then Samet and Graham and Martin. So it's going to be a battle for second place in this one. It looks like Scheck is going to go low. 1:11.70. That's a AAA time coming into this one. That's what she wants to see if she can top. Right now she's way underneath that, folks. She may have the chance to get that quadruple A. She's got to go 1:09.79. Is she going to get into the wall? Let's see if she gets to the wall. Extra stroke, and I don't think she got it. Let's see what the time is. 1:09.81. She misses it by 2/100ths of a second. What a swim by Scheck there as she drops 2 seconds, almost 2 full seconds. Not quite 1:09.81, but what a great, courageous swim from her. Second place in that heat in the lane number 3 is Olivia Johnson. She'll come in at 1:14.15, just off of the AAA time. In behind her in third and fourth place were Graham and Samet. Graham coming in at 1:15.56, so she drops over a half a second. Fifth and sixth place are Martin and Robick, both of them dropping time in the event. And then seventh and eighth are Hoganson and DeBosch. DeBosch with a nice drop of over a second. But Sydney Scheck, she'll get the first place trophy, and she was just, again, off of that quadruple A by .02. All right. Here we go now with the boys, 100-yard breaststroke. We're going to have 3 heats of this one. We've got 4 competitors in this first heat. Nick Gallo will be in lane 3. He's a Parkway 11-year-old. Parkway 12-year-old. Ryan Pinkerton in lane 4. Hunter Meek in lane 5 from Rockwood. He's 11 years old. And then Dryden Finley from Parkway, an 11-year-old in lane number 6. A couple shout-outs here. Go Cecilia, that's from Cora Donaldson. Go Leah from Gabby. Let's go Mia from Reagan. Go Peyton. Go Sophia. A couple whoop-whoops. Go Sydney and Ella from Riley. Go Sierra Graham from Ryan Matheny. So I want to say thanks to all those folks for chiming in. Shout-out to Winston Reese and to Vivian. Yep. 2 swimmers have separated themselves from the pack here in heat number 1. In lane number 4, it's Pinkerton. None of these 4 swimmers have an established time yet, but right now Pinkerton, the 12-year-old, he'll be the first one to touch the wall and go back for the last 25 yards. Finley will be second, down in lane number 6. Meek is third in lane number 5, and Gallo will round things out in lane number 3. Again, each one of these 4 young men swimming this for their first time. I'm going to remind you now, like, share, and subscribe. That's what we want you to do to our YouTube page. Let's see how many subscribers we can get up to here following this session. We added a tremendous amount earlier today. Our goal was to get under 650. Get over 650. We're at 655 right now. So let's see if we can get that up to 670 by the end of the session. First one into the wall here on this one is Finley, followed in behind. I think it was actually Pinkerton, followed by Finley, then Meek. He had a soft touch. When we talk about a soft touch, that means they didn't touch the wall or the pad hard enough to record the time. So that means that they will have a recorded time written down by the timekeepers. That's why the timekeepers are so important, especially with these youngsters. Let me clarify one other item that I mentioned just a moment ago, and that was unattached. What does that mean? Well, that means if a swimmer is unattached, they're currently swimming with a team and practicing with a team, but it takes certain amount of time before you can actually go out and compete in a swim meet for that team and get points for that team. That way, that keeps swimmers from switching month after month, time after time. Go Ryan, that's from Reese Pinkerton. Go Casey, 100 fly, champ buddy. That's from T. Purnell. Let's go George, love mom, dad, Lana and Kathy. Swim fast, CJ. Go Pinkerton, that's from Reese Pinkerton. Here's what we got in this one. 8 full lanes here in this 100-yard breaststroke. It's Trip Neiman in lane 1, Carl Steve in lane 2, George Keski in lane 3, David Kopp in lane 4, Howard Zinn in lane 5, Michael Purcell in lane 6, Matthew Pennell in lane 7, and Kyle Steffen in lane number 8. Right now, top 4 swimmers in this one's are Kopp, Purcell, Keski, and Steve. That's how they'll touch the wall as well. Actually, it was Purcell who touched first. Could have been a soft touch, though, but Purcell's down in lane number 6. You see him without the swim cap. Also in lane number 5, Kin not wearing a cap. Also in lane number 7, Pennell not wearing a cap. So Purcell, Pennell, and Kin not wearing swim caps, as Kyle Steffen either. And now stretching out a little bit of lead and coming back in that 4th slot, David Kopp. He came in with the fastest time prior to this one, 1:49.23. 1:31.39. That is the B time. Top of your screen now from Heat, that's Charles Steve, and he's doing very well. He looks to have slightly pulled ahead. It's really going to be about who's got that last stroke and their timing correct. Hey, Trent, let's go Casey. That's Vicky Chapman. First one to the wall. It's going to come down to it. It's going to see who's going to be on stride when they touch the wall. It looks like it'll be lane number 2, Steve, followed by Kopp in lane number 4, 1:44.66. So he drops 10 seconds on his previous best time. Kopp will drop 4 seconds. Third place in the heat in lane number 6 was Purcell, as he has a nice drop of 22 seconds. Nice job for that young man. Keski in lane number 3 got that shot out. That helps him, propel him up to a 1:47, so a 6-second drop for him. Lane number 5 was Kin, 1:54.02, just a little off his previous time by a second. Pennell and Steffen, 6th and 7th, and then Trip Neiman comes in almost right on his time, just under it at 2:13.14 in lane number 1. All right, coming back in. We'll get some more shout-outs here in just a moment. This is heat number 3, the final heat. Patrick Becker, he's in lane number 1 from Rockwood. Parkway's Nick Lang in lane number 2. Riley Lewis in lane number 3 from Rockwood. Parkway's Colby Robick in lane number 4. Rockwood's Silas Bextemuller in lane number 5. Elliot Sapp is in 6. Winston Reese is in 7. And Andy Swain is in 8. Well, a couple of swimmers taking out an early lead right now. It's Bextemuller, the 11-year-old from Rockwood. He had the second fastest preliminary time at 1:25.10, right behind Robick at 1:24.96. Robick right in behind him along with Lewis. They'll touch the wall, go back the other way. Shout out to Claire Petrie. I want to say hi to Claire. Go Matthew from Bentley Lewis. So a nice shout out there. Go Colby. You can do it, from the grandparents of young Colby. Let's go Riley. You got this. So proud to see you swim. Let's go Casey, Colby, and Riley. A couple shout-outs on the message board as well. First one in now to touch the wall. As we go back for the last 25 is Bextemuller. Right in behind him is Colby Robick. Then Lewis. Then Sapp. So looks like it's going to be Bextemuller. He's trying to go under 1:25. Again, wants to see if he can't get that double B time, and he's going to get that double B time. Let's see if the next 2 young men can do it as well. 1:19.99, so double B time for Bextemuller. 1:21, that's also a double B time for Lewis. I believe he touched right in there with Robick, so they're both going to get that double B time. Just a soft touch for young Colby. 1:31.37, 2/100ths of a second for Reese, so he'll get the B time. So nice job for him. So several BB times and some B times in there as well. 1:33.03, just off of that B time for Lang, followed by Becker, and then Swain will round things out as he's right near his previous time. So that'll end things now for event number 14, folks. Parkway parents, you're dropping your kids off, you're picking them up, stop on inside of the check-in table just inside the lobby. You can get your Parkway magnets. $20. You can pay cash. You can pay via Venmo. Another shout out. This is Tara Petrie saying, let's go, Claire. You got this. This is from your mom. So we got the 200-yard freestyle. We're going to have 8 heats of this one. First heat, we're going to have lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nia Swaminathan in lane 3. Madeline Tucker in lane 4. Quinn Porter in lane 5. And Gabby Gastrich in lane number 6. That's how we line things up here. It's Gastrich. She is about a body length ahead, almost a full body length in lane 6. They're going to do 8 lengths of the pool in this one. So this one will take a little bit longer. These 4 young ladies, all without recorded previous competitive time, so they'll be battling to see who can get the lowest in this one. $240.39. That is the B time. So again, this will take somewhere around the 3 minutes marks. Go Casey. That's from Patrick Purnell. A lot of shout outs today, folks. Keep those subscriptions rolling. Keep those shout outs coming. You can use the message board right there, or you can use the text line, which is 314-369-3289. I asked if you use the text line, let us know who you are. We've added another wrinkle here in this session number 4. That's an underwater camera. That's courtesy of Kevin Girth and his desire to always push the limits of technology and make this a more enjoyable and entertaining experience for all the parents that cannot be here. We get it. We're both swim parents as well. Just a little out of our reach right now to get everybody into the Kirkwood pool with safe social distancing and taking care of all the protocols that need to happen with COVID-19 out there lurking. It's going to be a couple of months and everybody will have their vaccines and we'll see this eradication of COVID-19 and we'll be back to some normal type swim meets. Great race going right now. As we say hi to Ann Gastrich, she says, go Gabby. Middle of the pool, lanes number 4 and 6. That's what this one's going to come down to. It'll be Tucker and Gastrich right now. Tucker just a little bit ahead of Gabby. All 4 of these swimmers for Parkway. As they get ready to come to the wall. One last time for them. Looks like we had a soft touch there in lane number 4, but Tucker definitely had the faster time. Next one in the heat, she was going to go under 2:44. Lane number 6, Gastrich at 2:44. So a nice time for her. She's just off the B time. Both of those young ladies right around it. Coming in right behind them, Porter and then Swaminathan. Nice job to all of those young ladies in that first heat of these 8 heats in this 200-yard freestyle. Let's keep it going to the aerobics. Nice shout out for them. Want to give a shout out again to Mo Sek. He's out watching. I know he's probably hoping he can get a Chelsea match in sometime soon. Maybe they can get back to their winning ways. Longtime friend and good soccer mind is Mo. All right, here we go. Heat number 2. Nearly a full pool. We're missing one person in lane number 5, but let's start top to the screen, bottom of the screen. Lily Hellwig, she's in lane 1. She's a Parkway 11-year-old. Carly Frankenberger in lane 2. It's Ellie Mohan in lane 3 and Natalie Bola in lane 4. Dillander in lane number 6. Claire Zhao in lane number 7 and Eilina Calix in lane number 8. Most of these young ladies, not all of them, most of them competed last night. And Eilina right now had a really good swim meet last night. She comes in with no preliminary time, and right now she is front running. She is several body lengths ahead of her fellow competitors down here in lane number 8. So when we talk about down, you look at the main pool screen. Down is at the bottom of your screen. Top is at the top of your screen. When we mentioned that, that's why we use those types of descriptors. The top of your screen is lane 1. The bottom of your screen is lane 8. When you're looking at the underwater camera, lane 1 is to your left, lane 8 is to your right. That camera is situated in lane number 4, so you're picking up lanes 4, 3, 5. Those are the preliminary ones. Why do we put them there? Well, typically in a swim race for parents that are newer, the established fastest times typically go in those lanes. So those will be the kids out in front. Doesn't always happen that way, but that happens a lot with established times. And right now it's Calix in lane number 8, well ahead of everyone else here in this particular heat. She comes in with no time. So she's out here. She's pushing the envelope, pushing herself to achieve not only her best time, but a fastest time in the heat. Come off the wall and go back for one more. Like, share, subscribe. That's what we want to hear everybody do. We want to see you do that out there. Let your friends know. We've had people from all over the world chime in today. We had London. We had Brazil. We had the Philippines. We had minus 39 wind chill in North Dakota and minus 6-degree wind chill in Minneapolis, St. Paul area. So we've had people from all over. A lot of people from Florida seem to really like watching Parkway swimming, mostly because they're smart enough to get out of St. Louis during February, and they're watching their grandkids, their nieces, nephews, their children, whatever it might be. First one in this heat, 2:53 with a great established time is Calix. Nice job by her as she comes in. Her first time competing in this event. She'll win the heat. 2:59.39 in lane number 3 for Mohan as she drops 22 seconds off her previous best time. So great job for that young lady. Third place in the heat in lane 4 was Bola. Fourth place in lane number 1 was Helwig. Rounding things out will be Dillander, Zhao, and Frankenberger. Mason Mollering, he swam earlier this morning. Wants to cheer his Parkway teammates on. Great heat win, Ileana. That's from Lindsay Winkler. Go Sally, you got this from Courtney Nolan. And nice job, Maddie. Love Grammy. That's Karen Stover. Full slate, 8 swimmers here in heat number 3. Shea Seck, top of your screen in lane number 1. Gracie McLeod in lane number 2. Kate Morgan in lane number 3. All 3 of those young ladies are 12 years old and from Parkway. Sydney Schott is in lane number 4. She's a 12-year-old from Rockwood. A couple more 12-year-olds, Bryn Vogler and Sally Nolan from Parkway in 5 and 6. Willa Shanks, an 11-year-old from Parkway in lane 7. And Madeline Massaro in lane number 8 from Rockwood is a 12-year-old. Fastest preliminary time in this one so far is 3:01.78, followed by 3:01.82. That's Schott and Vogler. They're in lanes number 4 and 5. That's why we talked about that camera being right there on those lanes. Matthew Schott says swim fast Sydney. Kick hard send from Angie Schott. Brian Vickers, kick it Kate Morgan. Uncle Brian. Yay, Sally go. That's from Courtney Nolan. Right now, lanes number 3 and 5. That is Morgan and Schott. They're out ahead of everyone else. Again, long way to go in this one. Previous best time in this one was just over 3 minutes. 2:40.39. That's that first cut. That would be the B cut. That's what they're going for. Everyone in this race 12 years old with the exception of Shank in lane number 7. Just want to say hello to her father, one of the head officials here, Brett Shank, and her brothers have been swimming throughout the weekend as well, Abram and Callum, going for their time cuts, and they've done very well, and all talented swimming family, and we've gotten shout-outs from their grandparents in Florida. You got this. Goes to Sally. So Sally getting a number of shout-outs here in this particular heat. Both swimmers in lanes 3 and 5 looking very strong. They are almost in rhythm, almost in sync with their strokes right now. Of course, a lot of these youngsters, they're in practice with each other time and time again. They pace off each other during practice, and they're doing it right now here as they come into the wall. She takes her hat off that time. Looks like she was having a little bit of trouble was Vogler, but that's okay. So Vogler and Morgan, again, they're right in there, stroke for stroke, being cheered on by their coaches, Keenan Quigley and Chris Etherington. First one off the wall will be Vogler, so taking her hat off did not stop her. She continues to push the envelope right now. She wants to go well under her 3:01. She's got an opportunity now. She goes under 3:40.39. She'll have that B time. 3:28.99. She won't get that, but she's got a chance at that B time. Let's see if she can get it. She will touch it first, and she will get 2:40.52, just over the B time for Morgan, but Vogler touched first. Nonetheless, might have been a soft touch. I think she got that B time. We'll have to wait until the official one comes back. Check Meek Mobile for that one, folks, but I think she got the B time. Coming in third place in the heat in lane 7 was Shanks. She came all the way back. She was trailing with a lot of the youngsters earlier, but she drops 11 seconds. Nice job by young Willa. Fourth place and fifth place were Seck and McLeod, respectively, also dropping significant time. Shea dropped 11 seconds. 6 and 7, Massaro and Nolan, and then Schott all rounding things out. So 2:40.52 and just under 2:40. Those are the two fastest time thus far. Here we go in heat number 4. No one yet preliminarily with that B cut, but it's Natalie Grither in lane number 1. She's from Parkway. Markham in 2 from Rockwood in lane. She's an 11-year-old. Layla Herzl, she is an 11-year-old from Parkway in lane 3. Madison Seaball in 4. Rianne Weinke in lane 5. She got a shout out just a moment ago. She's in heat 4, lane 5. Got that one. Allison Moffitt in lane 6. Claire Petrie, several shout outs throughout the morning. And then Mabry Lewis. She swam very well earlier. She's in lane 8. She'll be the first one to touch the wall down here at the bottom of your screen on the first lap. Very quick, 34 seconds. Go Claire from Neil Hilke. Great job, Margaret from Peyton Robick. Yay, Sally. Go Ella from Aunt Molly. That's Molly Mollering. First two off the wall as they were at the turn are Lewis and Herzl in lanes 8 and 3 respectively. Again, sometimes with these youngsters too, these times can drop. Maybe they don't swim an event for a while. And of course, for a lot of these youngsters, they have not swam, and some of them may not have swam in several months, if not a year. We had the senior championships 2 weeks ago right here at this Kirkwood pool. We had 3 young ladies who had not swam since the same time last year in a competitive meet, and it was so nice to see them go out and compete. Sally Budge says, go Clara Lou. And that'll be Claire Luna coming up here in this next event, I believe. One more lap to go after this one. As Herzl has taken just a little bit of a slight lead, the 11-year-old. But right in there with her, continuing to stay strong, is Mabry Lewis from Parkway, a 12-year-old. She's got about a shoulder-length lead. Mason Mollering saying go, Ella. That's Ella Markham in lane number 2. Right now, though, stretching it out ever so slightly, maybe a half a body length lead in lane 3 is Herzl. It's going to come right down to it now. Coach Chris cheering his young swimmer on, and she will be the first one to touch, and she'll do it. That should get her well under that BB time at 2:29.62, just off of the double B time. So a nice job for Layla. She gets that B time. Second place in the heat at 2:30.88, also easily under the B cut, as well as in lane 6, Moffitt at 2:36.54. So all B cuts there for those youngsters. Rounding things out, Markham, Petrie, Grither, Seabaugh, and Weinke. That's how we'll end up things here. All right, go Claire Luna. Claire will be in lane number 6. She gets a shout out. Another one. Go Alexi and Morgan. You got this. So Alexi Stone in lane number 8. Morgan Parkerson in lane number 2. Both from heat. And of course, we know Beth will give a woot woot here in a minute. The heat cheer. Nice job, Ella, from Mason Mollering. All right, here we go. Off the blocks. Margaret Mendoza, lane number 1. She's an 11-year-old from Parkway. Morgan Parkerson from Heat in lane number 2. Anaya Sethi in lane number 3 from Parkway, the 11-year-old. Vika Anderson's in 4. She's from Parkway as well. Natalie Gronberg in lane 5. Claire Luna in lane 6. Celine Chen in lane 7. And Alexi Stone in lane 8. A lot of shout-outs to several of those young ladies. And they're going to come out and perform here as we are through one lap. Margaret Mendoza up in lane number 1. She was the first one, and she's got about a half a body length lead over the second place swimmer right now in this heat, Vika Anderson. Right now, 2:40.39, which a number of these swimmers all have that cut. That's the B cut. We have 3 of them in Sethi, Anderson, and Gronberg. Next cut in this one is 2:28.99. That's the double B. Just missed a moment ago by Herzl. Margaret Mendoza, though, continued to stay strong up in lane number 1, being cheered on by several of her teammates and coaches. Let's go Freckles and Watermelon. Whoop, whoop. Well, we got a whoop, whoop in there. Go Natalie Gronberg. Thanks, Beth, for the whoop, whoop. Great time at 200 free, Paul. Well, that's a one on our text messaging, so. Starting to tighten up now, as we're going to come right down to it at the end. Mendoza, lane number 1, but now coming on really strong in lane number 4 with a good back end is Anderson. Anderson kicking into gear. She came in at 2:36.51. She's going to go well under that, it looks like. And right now she's stretching out the lead. Look at this. Vika Anderson, the 12-year-old from Parkway, she's got a full body length lead now here in this heat. She wants to go low. Will she get into that double B time? She's going to be close, and it will be 1:29.01, just off of it. The fastest heat here so far today, though. Way to go, Vika. She came on strong in the back part of that race. That last 50 yards for her, tremendous. 2:31.22, 2:32.05, and 2:32.13 are the second, third, and fourth positions for Sethi, Parkerson, and Mendoza, all well under that B time. So for Parkerson and Mendoza, that's their first B time in this event. And then fifth place in lane number 5 was Gronberg. She also well under the cut. All these young ladies, with the exception of Chen, get that B cut. Coming in sixth place will be Stone at 2:35, and then Luna, she also gets the B cut. Nice job to all those ladies.
Event 16, boys 11 and 12, 200-yard freestyle.
Well, heat number 8. Again, a lot of heats here in this one. All these young ladies wanting to swim this freestyle. Let's go, Amelia. I'm so proud of you. Love you lots. That's from her big sis. Come on, Amelia. Competitors in this particular heat: Reagan Poggio in lane number 1. Ellen Fu in lane number 2. Lucy LaFleur from Heat in lane number 3. Anna Locke in lane number 4 from Rockwood. Amelia Martin, she's in lane number 5. Aditi Roy is in lane number 6. Cecilia Hoganson is in lane number 7 from Parkway. And then from Rockwood, Clara Budge in lane number 8. She got a couple of shout-outs a moment ago. Right now, it is Martin who's channeling all that energy that she's getting in those shout-outs. She leads this heat. She stretched it out just a little bit. Martin is labeled as unattached, and if you see that on your heat sheet, that means she is now with a new club, swimming in one of her early competitions and unable to actually get points for that club. That's what that means. So Beth Sohn says, go Lucy, calls her Sparkles, excuse me. And that's Lucy LaFleur up in lane number 3. Right now, she is slightly ahead in second place, just ahead of Fu in lane 2 and Hoganson in lane number 7. One more to go now. as Martin comes off the wall. Again, she'd love to really put up a tremendous time. 2:29.01 is the time to beat. She should go well under that. Her stroke very quiet.
200-yard freestyle. Heat 1, 2, and 3.
Straight out, full energy. She's in the middle of the pool now. The 12-year-old, Amelia Martin, she's going to come in trying to get in. She has a chance to get that A time. Can she get there? She's going to be just off the A time. Solid double B time, though, for Amelia. She's going to drop a significant amount of time, 12 seconds, 12 and a half seconds for that young lady on the drop, 2:18.48. Second place in the heat in lane number 2 is Fu, 2:25, so she's also on that double B. Third place in the heat, also on that double B, will be lane number 4, or lane number, Locke, followed by lane number 4 on a B time for LaFleur. Rounding things out, Hoganson, Roy, Budge, and then Poggio. All of them under that 2:40, getting that B time. So congratulations to those young ladies. Heat number 7. Second fastest swimmers preliminarily in this heat. We'll start things at the top of the screen with Arana Hewitt. She's an 11-year-old from Parkway in lane 1. Addison Pfeiffer in lane 2. She's an 11-year-old from Rockwood. Elise Hamlink, lane 3. Rockwood and her teammate Paige Samuelson in lane 4. Parkway's Sophia Schmidt in lane 5. Reagan Winkler from Rockwood in lane 6. Danny Hume in lane 7 from Parkway. And then Leah DeBosch, the 11-year-old from Parkway, in lane number 8. 8 lengths to the pool. We're just through 1. Good splits right off the bat. Let's go, Paige. You got this. That's from Sam and the family. Let's go, Addison from Carrie Schmidt. You got this, Reagan. Kick hard and swim fast from Lindsay Winkler. And you're giving those shout-outs across the board. You can send them right there on the message board. You can text us right here at 314-369-3289. Into the wall now. Danny Hume will be first here as they touch on this second 50. Halfway through the race, and she's front running at 2:25.89. She's already got a double B time. Everyone in this heat, with the exception of DeBosch, has that double B time. Leah right now well on pace to get that. So I'm going for that A time at 2:17.49. And right now, it's Hume, followed closely in behind by Schmidt in lane number 5, and then Pfeiffer in lane number 2. And all of a sudden, Schmidt has taken a slight lead. She starts to pick up her pace a little bit. We're going to come down for this last 25. Again, 2:17 is that A time. Let's see if they can come back in less than 17 seconds. We've got a race to the finish here in this one now, folks. 3 swimmers for all the marbles in the heat. It's Schmidt, it's Hume, and it's Pfeiffer. Right now, it's Schmidt in the middle of the pool in lane number 5. She looks to be leading the pack. She'll be the first one to touch, and she should be just under that A time. Let's see, 2:16.57, 2:17.31, 2 A times for Schmidt and Hume. Nice job to those young ladies. 2:18.56 in third place for Pfeiffer, but a nice job as Sophia Schmidt and Danny Hume both get that A time. Schmidt wins the heat at 2:16.57. We talked about the Bosch. She did not have that double B. Well, she shatters it. She drops 8 seconds at 2:22.02. So nice job to all those young ladies, all getting that double B or A time. Now, this is the preliminarily fastest heat of this event. It's heat number 8, Sydney Schultz in lane number 1 from Rockwood. It's Hannibal's Olivia Johnson in lane number 2. Sydney Matheny, she got a AAA last night. She's looking to get another one right now at 2:05.39 as her prelim time. She's the third fastest in this one. She already has that triple. She'd like to get, she has just under that triple. She'd like to go for the quad. Sydney Scheck, she's in lane 4, one earlier. 2:01.32 is her preliminary time. Ella Wolf was big time last night as well, the younger sister of Ava, and she is very fast, a 12-year-old from Rockwood. She came in at 2:03.33. Jenna Riding's also very fast. She's in lane 6 from Parkway, a 12-year-old. Riley Parisi, she got a number of shout-outs last night. She's from Rockwood in lane 12. And then Jessa Lee also coming on strong. She comes into this one trying to get her A time just over it in the prelim. Of course, sometimes she's been very strong in the distance. She'd love to get it here in this 200 as well. Right now, front running, lane number 4 is Sheck, just as you might have expected. She came in 2 seconds ahead of Wolf and 4 seconds ahead of Matheny. Right now, she's got a little bit of a lead over both. She'll touch the wall and come back for one last lap. Right now, good rhythm for all three of those front-running young ladies. Following in behind is Johnson in lane 2, then Ridings in lane 6, along with Schultz in lane 1, Parisi, and Lee. So shout out to Jessa Lee's family. Dustin and Sarah, want to say hi to them. Swim parents often around the Parkway program volunteering, and her older sister Samantha will compete in the Missouri State Girls Championships coming up. Great job dropping Reagan. Let's go Sydney Matheny. Go little Wolfie from Elizabeth Wolf. Here we go now, right down to it here at the end. First one into the wall. Great time. Did she get that time? Let's look and see. The board says 1:59.75. Beats her previous time by nearly 2 seconds. Let's see where that's going to get her. She will. She needed to go under 2 minutes and 29 seconds for that quad A. She gets it. A quadruple A time for her. Let's get a couple of more of these off the board before they erase them for us. Second place in that heat at 2:04. A triple A time as well in that one for Sydney Matheny. She already had it, but she drops over a second. In fact, 1.01 seconds. Third place in the heat at 2:06.44, just off that triple A time. In lane 5 was Ella Wolf. She was very strong. Lane 2, Johnson came in 4th. 5th was Schultz in lane 1. 6th, 7th, and 8th, and 6, 7, and 8 were Ridings, Parisi, and Lee. So great job to all of those swimmers. But a quadruple A for Sheck, followed by a triple A from Matheny. Way to go to those youngsters all the way around. Ella Wolf just off of that as well. Gabby Green, go Leah. She gives a shout out to Leah Davash. All right, boys, 200 free. 3 full heats here. We got it stacked across the board with 8 swimmers in each one. Top of the screen to bottom, it is Jackson Matthews in lane number 1, Michael Purcell in lane number 2. That's a Rockwood and Parkway swimmer, respectively, both 12 years old. Andrew Bain, an 11-year-old from Parkway in lane 3. Jai Bist, he's an 11-year-old. He'll be swimming in lane number 4. George Martin, lane number 5 from Parkway, along with his teammate Howard Kinn in lane 6. They're both 12 years old. Their 11-year-old teammate Wayne DeKinder is in lane 7, and their other 12-year-old teammate Will Colbar is in lane 8. So that's how we round things out here in this one, folks. Lane number 3 right now is Andrew Bain, and he's a little bit ahead of everybody else as we approach the halfway mark. 2 swimmers at the top of your screen and the 3 at your bottom previously do not have an established time. With the 3 swimmers in lanes 3, 4, and 5 having those established times already over 3 minutes. So they want to drop significantly. Right now, their pace is well underneath those. B time in this one for these youngsters, 2:34.59. One more to go now. They'll touch the wall in lanes number 2 and 3. It'll be Bain and Purcell. Bring your focus, Casey. You can do it. Pat and Bob say good luck. Nice little cloverleaf emoji from them, giving their young man a little extra luck. They're going to come in again well under their previous time. All these young men's pushing the envelope, especially courageous sometimes, getting out there and doing it for the first time for this longer distance. Again, these youngsters just 11 and 12 years old. These are not 15, 17-year-old young men or young ladies who are swimming here in this event. First one to the wall, lane number 2 will be Purcell. So that shout out, I'm telling you, that 4-leaf clover came in strong. Helped him out in that heat, 2:46.27. For that young man, great time, not quite to the B time yet, but the 2:47.36 with his competitor Bain right next to him as he drops 50 seconds off his previous best time. Third place in the heat is Bist, also dropping 17 seconds. 2 seconds for George Martin. The rest of these all unestablished. Nice time of 3:16.53 for Jackson Matthews in lane 1. And they'll round things out now with Kinder, Kin, and Colbar. Go Andrew, that was from Deborah Strom. All right, here we go. Top of your screen to your bottom of your screen. Go Dane. Wallarito and CJ swim fast. Got that underwater camera angle. Hope you've enjoyed that one as Kevin Girth is bringing you yet another new toy and technique. And you see those two in the middle of the pool in lanes 4 and 5. That's Talent and Durnall as they were first past that camera. So great angles. We come off of the blocks. Now let's give you the lineup here in this one. It's Nick Lang in number 1, Winston Reese in number 2, and Adam Kress in number 3. Those 3 young men are 11-year-olds from Parkway. Dane Talent in lane number 4 from Heat. He's a 12-year-old. And Samuel Durnall from Rockwood, a 12-year-old in lane 5. David Kopp, the Parkway 11-year-old, is in 6. Ryan Pinkerton in lane 7. And Heat's Charles Steve in lane number 8. So that's how we'll round things out here in this particular event. Fastest prelim time came from Talent, 2:50.30. That is off of that B time. He'd love to get there here in this heat if he can. Durnall right now, though, front running. He's about 2 body lengths ahead as he touches the wall at the halfway point. Just over 1:10. He keeps that pace up. He'll be well under that B time and get that B cut for the first time. Very quiet on his stroke. He's got long arms as he strides out. You can see him there. He'll be the first one to touch the wall, lengthening that lead out a little bit. We've seen a number of swimmers in this 200 really kicking into gear on that last 50 yards. And let's see if somebody in this race has that and they can go catch young Samuel Durnall. He'll touch the wall and come back for one last time. He's going to shatter his previous best time, though. A number of these young men are going to do that. But he wants that B cut, folks. He's got an outside chance at the A cut if he's got a little more juice. Let's see if he can get it. If he can come back in 12 seconds, he's got it. Let's see if he's got a little left in the legs. It's going to be tough with no one right there pushing him to go. He's definitely going to be well under that B time. He slowed down on his pace just a little bit, though. But he's going to drop significant time. He touches it well under that B cut. 2:33.02. Nice job for young Samuel. He'll get that B cut, and he drops almost 19 seconds off his previous best. Second place in the heat, lane number 4 with a soft touch is Talent. Soft touch means they did not touch the pad hard, so their score did not register properly on the scoreboard. That's why we have the manual scores down there. And they got it marked, but I think it was a little faster than that. Lane number 2 and 3, Reese and Kress respectively coming 3rd and 4th. Lang in lane number 1 is 5th. Rounding things out, Pinkerton, Steve, and Kopp. Nice swims by all those young men. Most of them dropping significantly there or being right around their time. A couple more shout-outs came through. One of them a moment ago was Casey Chapman, and he's getting ready to swim in lane number 1. He's from Rockwood, an 11-year-old. His teammate, also 11 years old, Max McMillan. The 12-year-old Riley Lewis in lane 3. Alex Adkins from Rockwood, lane number 4. Connor Dunker from Rockwood in lane 5. Gio Bucci in lane number 6. He's an 11-year-old. Clark Montgomery in lane 7 from Parkway, and Tommy Fichter from Parkway in lane number 8. So it looks like Gio has scratched out of this one, not competing. So you've got 5 Rockwood swimmers and 2 Parkway swimmers. Middle of the pool now, again, in the lane 4 and 5. It's Adkins and Dunker. They came in with the 2 preliminary best times, 2:09.41 and 2:10.05. That double A time is 2:06.99. That's what they're shooting for.
Heat 6. Heat 6. Report to the bullpen.
Go Clark. Bar Montgomery, excited to watch you swim. Mom and Dad. Go Clark Bar. Very tasty candy bar, of course. Get it. Get at it, Riley. You've got this. Reach, 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 reach. Love the Lewis crew. Lewis crew 8, in fact. First one to the wall. Lane number 4 is Alex Adkins. Connor Dunker right in behind him. Those are a couple of Rockwood teammates. They are almost stroke for stroke. Always fun to watch them when they come by our vantage point and they're in sync like that. They'll touch the wall and go back for one last time. Again, 2:06.99 is the double A time. And it's Adkins who's stretched his lead out ever so slightly as he came back down to the pool. He seems to get a little bit stronger here as we're going to come to the wall. He will outpace Dunker, but Dunker closing a little bit now. Maybe not. Dunker coming on strong. We're going to come down to the wire, and it will be Adkins at the wall, followed in behind by Dunker. Did they get into that double A time? 2:05.51 and 2:05.93. A couple of double A times for those 2 young men. Congratulations. Well, they pushed the envelope coming down the stretch, and they propelled each other right to a double A cut. Nice job for those 2 young men. Third place, 2:12.72, just off of that single A time of 2:12.49. In lane number 3 was Lewis, followed in behind him in lane number 7 with a solid double B time is Montgomery. Also with those double B times in lanes 5 and 6, or in 1 and 2 were Chapman and McMillan, and then Fichter coming in with that B time. So a lot of good drops there all the way around, and congratulations on a couple of double A times. Now, here we go with the young ladies. We are going to go to the backstroke in this one. They'll start in the water. This is a 50-yard backstroke, folks. This is going to be close. This is going to be quick. Even with these 3 young ladies who have no established time, it'll be Annie Halubowski, I think is how I pronounce it. Gladra Span in lane 4, and Molly Cook in lane number 5. A couple of the officials checking some things over. We might have the wrong person here. Lane number 1. According to my sheet, it should be a Rockwood swimmer. That's a Parkway swimmer. But she's going to come out. So we might have a scratch here in this first heat. They'll sort that things out. What are the cuts in this one? Somebody's saying in my ear. Well, let me tell you what the cuts are in this 50 back. 38.09 and 35.39. Those are the B and the double B cuts in this one. On the first 3 heats, we don't have anybody who has achieved those as yet. So we'll have just 2 swimmers in this one. Halubowski in lane number 2 and Span in lane number 4. Go MB, go Clark, go. A couple more shout outs there. Shout out. Well, maybe our funniest text, but shout out to the crazy swim mom in O'Fallon, Missouri, who's yelling at the TV. I've been there too many times. I know. There's too many videotapes of me with my kids.
Event 33, girls.
Yelling in the background when we're videotaping, and I wish I could bleed out the volume.
Heat 7, report to
So I get it. We get it. Go Noah, bring the heat. The Davis boys. She'll be coming up in the next heat. That's Noah Brooks. So there we are in our first heat. First one in at 49.22 with a nice time is Annie, followed by Gladra. Now, heat number 2. No swimmers in lanes number 1 and 8. It'll be Sarah Hahn in lane number 2, Natalie Bola in lane 3, Carly Frankenberger in lane 4, Quinn Porter in lane 5, Noah Brooks in lane 6. She just got that shout out, and Lila Penrod in lane number 7. These swimmers all have established times. Frankenberger and Quinn, the two fastest. Frankenberger at 49.25 and Quinn Porter at 49.20 or 49.80. Go Quinn. She gets a shout out. Good job, Molly Bell. Good job to everyone. So thanks for all the shout outs. Now we got some more Shamrocks coming up. Cheering for you, Noah Brooks. That's from Gary Brooks. Pops and Yaya.
Event 33, girls 11 and 12, 50-yard backstroke.
Coming down to it, half the pool left. Two front runners here in this one so far. It's lane number 5. It's Quinn Porter and Lila Penrod in lane number 7. They look to be the first two. Also up in lane number 2, it's Hahn. First one to the wall. Lane number 1 at 42.96. In lane number 5 is Quinn Porter. She led the whole way. She drops 7 seconds. Nice drops across the board for almost every one of those young ladies. Second place in the heat was Hahn. Third place in the heat, Penrod, then Brooks, followed close in behind by Bola and Frankenberger. All right, heat number 3. 50. This is only 50 yards, folks, down and back. So you got to watch. This isn't the time to go get your snack. Go, Noah, go. So she swam the last one. The Molina family said, go, Noah Brooks. All right, here we go. Shannon Higgins, top of your screen, lane number 1. Vivi Wolf in lane number 2. Lily Helwig in lane number 3. Claire Zhao in lane number 4. All 4 are Parkway 11-year-olds. It's Gigi Benedettini. She is in lane number 5. She won an event, or at least a heat, earlier today. Sally Nolan in lane 6. Madeline Massaro in lane 7. And Lizzie Kastner in lane number 8. That's where we round things out. Middle of the pool now. Lane number 5. There's the fastest one. Benedettini. She's going to be the first one to the wall in this one, trying to get that time cut. I don't think she quite did. 40.62. She is the fastest one so far in this one. And she drops 5 seconds off her previous best time. A lot of swimmers dropping time here in this one, so congratulations to them.
11 and 12, boys, 50-yard backstroke.
You got this, Sally Nolan, from your sister Nora. All right, here we go. Heat number 4 again. Now we're starting to get the speed in the preliminary times really starting to bounce through. Heat number 5 is vacated, but it's Willa Shank in 1, Rianne Weinke in lane 2, Madison Seaball in 3, Samuelson in 4, Vogler in 6, Mohan in 7, and Celine Chen in number 8. Again, they want to get that B cut or that BB cut here in this 50 back. 38.09 and 35.39 are those cuts. Good starts for all of the young ladies, and looks like Calix actually came in at the last moment. She's in there in lane number 5, so she got in just under the wire, did Eilina. Let's go, Paige, the Sam fam. That's Paige Samuelson in lane number 4. Right now, she's got almost a full body length lead. First one to the wall, 35.73 with a great time. She's just off of that double B time is Samuelson, but she's going to drop 5 seconds. Nice job for her. Second in the heat in lane number 6 was Vogler, followed by lane number 3. That's Seaball. Lane 6 is Vogler. Lane 5 is Calix. She'll come in 4th place. Mohan Chen, and then Shank and Weineke. Some good drops all the way around. It's pronounced Iliana. Okay, I will get that, Selena. Iliana Calix. All right, let's go, Bell, from Jennifer Moore. If I mispronounce something, don't be afraid to chime in. We want to see if we can get it right. Mabry Lewis in 1, Gabby Gastrich in lane 2, Lana Thurston in lane 3. Anaya Sethi in lane 4, Mia Moore in 5, Claire Luna in 6, Allison Moffitt in 7, and Ella Markham in 8. Right now, it's lanes 1 and 5 front running here in this one. No one in lane 3. First one to the wall in lane number 5 at 34:58, and that is under the double B time. Nice job there by Mia Moore. So she drops 5 seconds for that great time, 35:10. Also a double B time there in lane number 1 for Moore, followed in behind by Sethi, then Luna, Moffitt, Gastrich, and Markham. Some double B times now starting to come in. 8 swimmers, all 8 lanes occupied now. Top of your screen at the bottom, it's Dillender, Stone, LaFleur, Few, Sattler, Wang, Parkerson, and Lee. Right now, Lee maybe with a slight little lead over Dillender. Lee's in 8, Dillender in 1. They're going to touch the wall and come back the other way. Lane number 2 now with a strong turn was Alexi Stone, but right now it's Jessa Lee. She's starting to push the edge of the envelope, folks. She's got a body length lead. She continues to stretch it out. She wants to go, see if she can't get underneath that double B time. She's going to beat that double B time. She comes into the wall at 34:20, and that is the fastest time so far. She'll get that double B, will Jessa Lee. She started stretching it out halfway through the pool. Second place in lane number 2 was Stone. Third place in 5 was Sattler. Fourth place in 6 was Wong. 5th and 6 and 4 and 3 were Fu and LaFleur. 7th in lane 1 was Dillender, and then Parkerson in lane number 7 rounds things out. Almost everyone getting a qualifying time with the exception of Parkerson there, or in top of your screen. Lewis just missed it, or Dillender just missed it by .02.
Event 19.
All right. Kate Morgan in lane 1. Anna Locke is in lane 2. Danny Hume in lane 3. Lana Bingaman in lane 4. It's Amelia Martin in 5. Georgia Samet in 6. Arana Hewitt in lane 7. And Peyton Robick in lane 8. Strong swimmers here. Go Kate, Ginger Morgan. That's from Uncle Brian. Nice job, girls, from Jennifer Moore. Get going, Peyton. Go get it. Let's go, Mia. Well, right now, middle of the pool, it's anybody's contest. Looks like lane number 5 might be first. First one into the wall in lane number 5 in 32:55, and that will be an A time. Lane number 5 for Amelia Martin. So she goes 32:55, 32:61 in second place. Right next to her was Bingaman. Also, that is an A time. So those two young ladies drop time. They get the A times. A number of double B times across the board as well. Third place in that one was Hume. Fourth place in that one was Samet. Fifth place in that heat goes to Robick with a nice drop of 2 seconds for her. Hewitt, and then rounded out with Locke and Morgan. So last heat now. Fast girls here in this one. It's Jenna Ridings, top of your screen, lane number 1. Riley Parisi in lane number 2. Sydney Matheny in lane number 3. Sydney Scheck in lane number 4. She won the event earlier. Wolf in lane number 5. They went 1, 2, and 3 in that previous event. Sydney Schultz in lane number 6. Olivia Johnson in 7, and Sophia Schmidt in lane number 8. And right now, really stretching it out is Scheck. Boy, oh boy, she's on top of the water, and she's gliding. She's going to go powerfully into the wall. 27:49 for Scheck. She beats her previous best time, and that will get her into the double A range, but not quite to. Well, let's see if I got that wrong. In fact, that's going to get her under, and that'll be her second quadruple A of the day. Congratulations to her. Second place goes to Ella Wolf. Third place goes to Matheny at 31:04 for that young lady. So 31:04, very fast time as well, and that 50 back, and that is a solid double A time. Nice, rounding things out then. Fourth place in lane 6 was Schultz. Fifth place in lane 2 was Parisi, followed by Ridings, and then Johnson and Schmidt. Great job all the way around by those young ladies. Now we go to the boys as I catch my breath. 3 youngsters in this one. It's just the down and back. It'll be Hunter Meek in lane 3. It'll be Wayne DeKinder in lane 4 and Andy Swain in lane 5. Swain right now will be the first one to touch the wall. A couple more shout-outs. Great job, Peyton. Way to go, Amelia. Let's go, Sydney Schultz. A little late on that one by me, but go, Riley. You can see those up on the message board as well. Go, Peyton, on the text line also. Now, first one here coming into the wall. These 3 young men do not have established times yet. And Andy Swain doing very well as he go coming to the wall. He's going to be under 45 seconds for his first time. 41.76 to be exact. At 41.76, not quite where he wants to be on that B time, but a good time nonetheless.
Swimmers exit the pool.
Second in that heat was DeKinder, and then Meek rounds things out. All right, Neil Saraconda will be in lane number 2, top of your screen. Next to him is Jackson Matthews. David Copps in lane number 4 from Parkway, an 11-year-old. Trip Neiman is in lane 5. Kyle Steffen in lane 6. And Nick Gallo is in lane 7. That's how we'll round this one out. Gallo does not have a previously recorded time. Fastest previous time at 50.28 from Kopp in lane 4. And right now, he, along with Steffen in lane 6, are number 1 and 2. Steffen has a little trouble at the wall. Got a little too close to it as he tried that turnaround flip turn. Did not commit a foul, though. And he's right back up on top of the water. What a comeback by this young man after he had a little trouble into the wall.
Event 36, girls 11 and 12, 100 yards.
Right now, he and Kopp will be the first 2 into the wall, and it will be 43-29 for Kyle Steffen. What a comeback for him. He drops 10 seconds off his previous best time. 46, also a 4-second drop there for Neiman in second. Third place at 47.16 is Kopp as he drops 3 seconds. 2-second drop for Matthews. Sikora. And rounding things out, Nick Gallo, his first time established at 54.86. All right, here we go with heat number 3. Meehan Marshall in lane number 1. Patrick Becker's in lane 2. Charles Steeb in lane 3. George Martin in lane 4. Dryden Finley in lane 5. Matthew Pennell in lane 6. Jai Bist in lane 7. And Will Colbar in lane number 8. Go Trip, go. Go Riley. Got a couple more shout-outs here. Trip Neiman was in that last heat, so didn't quite get that one in under the wire. Fastest prelim time, 46.37 from Martin in lane 4. Martin scratched out of the event, so my apologies. Lane number 2 now, right now, Patrick Becker, though. We've seen him be strong here so far this afternoon, and right now he's going to win this heat. Becker's preliminary time of 47.09. He's going to shatter that at 40.45. Just off of that B time. The B time, folks, 37.89 if you're wondering out there. A lot of drops there in that particular heat, so congratulations to those young men. Coming in second in the heat, according to the scoreboard, is Marshall, followed by Steeb. And then it was Colabar, Bist, and Finley and Pennell. All right, next set of swimmers about to jump in here. All right, heat number 4. We do have a full slate of swimmers in there right now. It's Andrew Bain in lane 1 from Parkway. Adam Kress from Parkway as well in lane number 2. They're both 11 years old. And 11-year-old Max McMillan is in lane 3. He's from Rockwood. His teammate Riley Lewis is in lane 4. He's a 12-year-old Dane Talent. We know he can be fast. He was earlier. He's from Heat. He's in lane number 5. Connor Dunker from Rockwood in lane number 6. Nick Lang in 7 from Parkway, and his teammate George Keski in lane number 8. First one out, very fast off the wall, coming back the other way. This is Dunker, Connor Dunker now from Rockwood. He wants to see if he can't get that cut. He's going to be well under it, folks. Nice job by this young man. He may get that double B, and he is going to get the double B. 34.99 is that double B. He comes in at 31.51. So we also have another double B. But first of all, it's Dunker as he wins the heat at 31.51. And then that 34.16 in lane number 4 for Lewis is also a double B. So a couple of double Bs in that one. couple of beat times as well. Right on the beat time. In fourth place in the heat was McMillan, also getting that beat time. Lane 5 was Talent, so a lot of good ones there. Rounding things out was Kress, followed by Lang, Keski, and then Bain. Now, here we go. Last heat, full slate, 8 swimmers. Clark Montgomery, top of your screen, lane 1. Silas Baxter-Miller in lane number 2. Charlie Schaefer in lane number 3. It's Alex Adkins in 4. Gio Bucci is in lane 5. Christopher Nelson in 6. Colby Robick in 7. And Elliot Sapp in lane number 8. A lot of 11-year-olds in this one. But right now, middle of the pool, it's Adkins and Schaefer. Adkins looks like he's going to take it. Adkins, the first one to the wall in 30:42. And that's going to be a double A time for Alex Adkins as he drops time in this one of a half a second. He was just over that double A time. He was at a 30:76. The cut was 30:69. He drops what he needed to. He gets under it and gets that cut. Coming in second place at 31:22 in lane number 3 was Schaefer. Bucci, third place at 31:82. Both solid A times. Fourth place in the heat at 32:45. Just off that A time in lane number 1 was Montgomery. Rounding things out, it was Nelson, Robick, Baxter-Mueller, and Sapp. All right, now here we go with the young ladies. Back to them. This is a 100-yard butterfly. Still, this is a power stroke. We talked about this morning. This is still, these youngsters are still developing. Some of them are going to really get this one, others are not. We got a couple more shout-outs. Go Colby from Melissa Matheny, and go Elliott from Melissa. Go George. Fly, Claire, fly. So proud of you from Mom. That's from Tara Petrie. And then great job, Colby and Elliott, from Elaine Johnson. That's Kennedy's mom. Front running right now, halfway through the pool here in heat number 1 in lane number 5 is Mia Moore. She's from heat. She's a 12-year-old right now. She stretches that lead out on the strength of a very good butterfly stroke. Right in behind her in lane number 4 is Morgan Parkerson, and then Claire Petrie in lane number 3, the 11-year-old. Claire competing in this event for the first time. Of course, she got that so proud of you from her mother, as she should. Grandma and Grandpa watching in Florida said, go Clark, great job. Someone asked if the warm-up times for session 5 are delayed. We were just about on time this morning. I have not gotten word that they are delayed yet, so if your swimmer is coming in for session 5, I would have them arrive on time, at least as we go right now. I think those preliminary starting times were on the emails that came out, but I don't have those handy, and I have not gotten word that there'll be a later start. First one in the heat. Nice job there. Mia Moore, 1:18.41 for her. Great drop of 18 seconds, 32:36. A second drop for Parkerson, and 1:40.84 for Petrie. A nice established first time for her. And that 1:18 time just off of the double B time for Mia Moore. So she gets the B time with that one. Nice job to Mia Moore. All right, 7 swimmers here in this second heat. It's Lindsay Wong in lane number 1. Kennedy Johnson in lane number 2. Just got a shout out from her mom a moment ago. Reagan Winkler in lane number 3. Clara Budge is in 4. Leah DeBosch is in 5. Danny Hume is in lane 6. And Margaret Mendoza in lane 7. Right now, lane number 3, it's Reagan Winkler from Rockwood. She's a 12-year-old. She seems to be slightly ahead of everyone else. Fastest prelim time in this one was Clara Budge at 1:17.14. Leah DeBosch at 1:17.16 in lane 5, right in behind her. Go Clara Lou. Let's go Kennedy. That's from her mother. Go Reagan. Fly, baby, fly. Go Mia and Morgan. A lot of shout-outs coming our way. Coming back down now. Final stretch here in this one. Still leading it is Winkler. Right in behind her is Budge. Followed closely by DeBosch and Hume. Kennedy Johnson and then Mendoza. Followed by Wong. First one into the wall. coming in at 1:17:23 will be Winkler. She'll drop 2 seconds off of that. That will be a solid beat time. DeBosch coming in at 1:18:44 for her, just slightly off her best time. Solidly in that beat time already, but a couple beat times. Rounding things out, lane 3, number 4. Keep rocking it, Paige. Got another shout out there a moment ago. All right, final heat here in this one. Sierra Graham's in lane number 1, followed by Elise Hamlink in lane number 2. Jenna Riding's in lane 3. Ella Wolf in lane 4. Wolf well out ahead of everyone else. Lana Bingaman in lane 5. Paige Samuelson in lane 6. Addison Pfeiffer in lane 7. And Isla Sattler in lane number 8. Coming to this one, Ella Wolf at 1:01:41. And you look at that time on that 100 fly. That's already a AAA time, so she's going for the quad. And right now, she's stretching it out, folks. Go Sierra. Go Ella from Sydney and Riley. Let's go Addison. Great strong swim to Reagan. Fast swim Jenna. All the way around. I got a lot of shout outs going on in this one, but right now no one is going to catch Ella Wolf. Again, strong swimming family. She's going to try and get in there on that quad. She's just going to miss it. Don't know if she'll beat her preliminary best time, which was a AAA already, and she is just slightly off of it, but what a swim by young Ella. 1:01:94, second place at 1:06, and that is a AA time in lane number 5 for Bingham. 1:08 in lane number 3 for Ridings, just off of that AA time. So congratulations to all those young ladies. 4th and 5th place respectively, just a 1/10 of a second apart in lanes number 1 and 2, where Graham and Hamlin both dropping time in theirs, and then rounding things out, it's Samuelson, Pfeiffer, and Sattler, all doing very well in their heat. So congratulations to Wolf as she gets that AAA time once again. 3 boys in this one. Samuel Darnall, we saw him swim very fast earlier. He's in lane 3 from Rockwood. Rockwood teammate, the 11-year-old Kyle Steffen in lane 4, and then George Martin in lane number 5. Just 2 heats for the boys here in this 100-yard butterfly. Steffen already with established time. The other 2 do not have a recorded time as yet. Beat time in this 1:22, 89. Pure power stroke is this butterfly. And right now these young men all trying to figure out the technique. You can do a double kick if you've seen that from a number of these youngsters. Bring the arms up over the top.
Heat 4, Heat 5, report to the bullpen.
Coming up after this one, we're going to have that 50-yard freestyle, folks, so you got to strap yourself in for that one. Go, Casey, go. That'll be Casey Chapman coming up in the next particular heat. First one into the wall. Time of 1:37:39 is Durnall. Steffen second in the heat as he's right on his previous time. He beats it by .08 and rounding things out, George Martin. So nice job for those 3 young men. Now, Winston Reese will start things off in lane number 1. Let's see if he's up there. I don't see anybody behind the block yet. He is behind the block. He'll put his goggles on. Wasn't standing there ready as some of the other youngsters were. Charlie Schaefer, he's in lane number 2. Tommy Fichter's in lane number 3. They're both Parkway swimmers and both 12 years old. Casey Chapman and Gio Bucci, they are 11 years old and they're from Rockwood. They're in lanes 4 and 5. Christopher Nelson, 11-year-old from Parkway in lane 6. Dane Talent in lane 7. From Heat, the 12-year-old, and Mihan Marshall in lane number 8. Down here at the bottom of your screen, the 11-year-old from Rockwood. 4 swimmers right now have kind of separated themselves. Looks like slightly ahead. In lane number 4 is Chapman. Right in there with them is Bucci and Nelson and Schaefer in lane number 2. First one to the wall here will be Chapman wearing that gold Rockwood cap, excuse me. And now he's separated himself by almost a body length. So he's going to come down to the wall well ahead of everyone else. Going back the other way now. He's opened up that body length lead. Pool starts to shrink for the other ones trying to catch him right now. He's trying to go under his previous best of 1:11.94. He's going to be right on it, folks. He's going to come to the wall. He will beat that time, and if he can get under 109, he will have that A time. He's not quite going to get it, but nonetheless, he will best his previous time, 1:10.76. So a nice job by Casey. So he drops over a second in that one. Second place in lane 6 was Nelson. Bucci in lane number 5 comes in third. Both of those young men with B times or double B times as well. Fourth place, just off that double B time in lane number 2 was Schaefer, followed by Fichter. Then Talent and Reese will round things out.
Swimmers next to the pool.
Well, here we go, folks. Strap yourself in, like I said just a moment ago. Dave Pulliam says, "You got this, Noah. You're awesome." From David, Beckett, Jais, and Bliss. KC, Mom says, "Become a champion today. Good luck." That's from T. Purnell. Nice swim, Ella, Lana. Remember, last one, fast one. Let's go, Noah. Got another one on the text line as well. Well, we've got 10 heats of these, folks. They last anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. These first 3 swimmers do not have an established time as yet. It's Madeline Tucker in lane 3, Gabby Gastrich in lane 4, and Molly Cook in lane 5. Last check to make sure we have the right swimmers. All right. Everyone back in, ready to go. Again, it'll be lanes 3, 4, and 5. Don't forget, folks, when you're coming to pick up your youngsters following this session, pop inside the lobby. Buy that Parkway magnet. It's just $20. You can use Venmo. You can use cash. That old-fashioned green stuff that most people don't have much of anymore. Pop on in. Do that. Say hi to Ruth Price, who's working the board. She is the one putting this event on. Give her a big shout out and a thank you. This is a 50-yard freestyle, folks. It's going to come right down to it at the end here. It's Gastrich and Tucker. First one to the wall will be Gastrich in a fast time of 33:55 for her, and that will get her a B time on the first time out. Looks like we've had a stoppage in the clock, I believe. I didn't get the official time, but their time's got a race. But I think Tucker was either right on it or just underneath it. You might check Meet Mobile for that one. We've got a bit of an issue with the scoreboard here. Yeah. Now back to the scoreboard. Here we go. We got lanes 1 through 7. It'll be Shannon Higgins in lane 1. It'll be Lizzie Kastner in lane number 2. Madeline Macero in lane 3. Nyla Swaminathan in lane 4. Noah Brooks, I got all those shout outs. She's in lane 5. Carly Frankenberger in lane 6. And Lila Penrod in lane number 7. Right now, middle of the pool, it's lanes number 3 and 4 in Massaro and Swaminatha. They're taking the heat. Nyla came in with a 40.75. That was the fastest preliminary time. She'll come in under that with a 35.84. So she'll drop 5 seconds almost in that heat and just off of that B time for her. Again, they're racing the clock very quickly. So it's going to be awfully tough for us to keep track of who is getting what. So my apologies. No one in lane 7 here in this particular event. So it's Claire Zhao in lane 1, Lily Helwig in 2, Natalie Bola in 3, Chen in 4, Weinke in 5, Han in 6, and Benedettini in lane number 8. I'm sure I butchered that name enough times today. She's a fast swimmer, though, so I've had to say it a whole bunch of times. Middle of the pool now, lane number 4, it's Celine Chen. The Parkway swimmer came in at 38.11 preliminarily. She'd love to at least get that beat time at 33.59, and she just misses it at 33.89. So we can't keep track, folks. They're erasing the clock as you see it there at the top of your screen. We don't have the opportunity to tell who came in first, second, third, whatever. My apologies. The good thing is you can go right back out and watch this again. It's right there on that Parkway YouTube channel. And if you subscribe, we'll like you even more. Love to get over to that 575 mark before the end of this session. Get a couple, 3, 4, 10 more to subscribe. Grither in lane 1, Vivi Wolf in lane 2, Willa Shank in lane 3, McLeod in 4, Schott in 5, Claire Petrie in 6, Ellie Mohan in 7, and Shay Seck in lane number 8. Go Noah. Go now go. Hard kick, swim fast. That was for Come On Sid. Go Claire. That's from her mother again. Right now, in lane number 6, it is Claire Petrie. She's going to give the first one to the wall, 33-34. So good job for her, and she comes in with that B time. Nice job to Claire. Heat number 5, it'll be Ella Markham in lane number 1, Dillinger in lane number 2. For Parkway, it's Lana Thuston in lane number 3. She scratched earlier, and she's scratching in this one as well. Kate Morgan in lane number 4. Madison Seabaugh in 5. Elam Fu in lane number 6. Bryn Vogler in lane number 7. And Quinn Porter in lane number 8. So, hi, Isabella from Beth. Go get him, Kate. Sour Gummy Worm Morgan. That's from Brian Vickers. First two in this heat right now are in lane 6 and 7. That's Fu and Vogler. Both have been strong all afternoon long. First one to the line will be Vogler, followed by Fu at 31s. And they will be right around that double B time. All right, heat number 6, Lindsey Wong. Lane 1, Morgan Parkerson in lane 2, Sierra Graham in lane 3, Leela Herzl in lane 4, Lexi Stone in 5, Mia Moore in 6, Margaret Mendoza in 7, and Mabry Lewis in lane number 8. Fastest prelim in time in this one, 32.67 from Herzl in lane 4. Right now it's lane 3, and it's Sierra Graham well out ahead of everyone else. She touches the wall. She's a body length ahead. Right in behind her, though, is Herzl in lane 4. Sierra Graham stretching it out, but coming on strong in lane number 8 is Mabry Lewis. Lewis looking really strong as they come now inside the flag, but it's going to be Sierra Graham. Sierra coming in, and she will come in at 28.54. Nice job for her. She drops 4 seconds off of her previous best, and that is well under the A time cut. So nice job for Sierra. She'll be happy with that drop. All the young ladies getting a drop, I believe, in that one. They were all very close. All right, full slate in heat number 7. It's Poggio in lane 1, Gronberg in 2, Claire Luna in lane 3, Sethi in lane 4, Hewitt in 5, Moffitt in 6, Anderson in lane 7, and Clara Budge in lane number 8. Let's go heat. Whoop, whoop. This is from Beth Stone again. Way to go, Claire. Right now, bottom of your screen, lane number 7, it's Vicka Anderson. She was strong earlier. She's being battled for that first place in the heat by Sethi in lane number 4. Those two doing battle. First one to the wall. It will be Anderson. Anderson comes in at 29.79. So 29.79 for that young lady, and that is also a strong BB time. 0.3 of a second off of that A time. Heat number 8, Anna Locke is in lane number 1. Lane number 2, Kennedy Johnson. 3 is Peyton Robick. A couple of friends doing battle right there. Lucy LaFleur is in lane 4 from Heat. Isla Sattler in lane 5. Jessa Lee, she was strong in the previous event in that backstroke. She's in lane 6. Paige Samuelson in lane 7. Aditi Roy in lane number 8. Right now, middle of the pool, we got a lot of swimmers even. This could be anybody's ball game here, folks. Anybody from lane number 3 through 7 or 3 through 6 could win this one. Let's see who it's going to be. First one to the wall will be lane number 4, 29.16, LaFleur. Still slightly behind Graham. All bunched up there right in the middle. Got a time change for tomorrow before we get to this this next one. Session 7 will move from 9:50 to 10:20, 30 minutes, and then session 7 will start at 10:20. Okay? So we'll start at 10:20 tomorrow. Make sure you check with your coaches, parents, so you know all of that information. All right, here we go. It's Lana Bingham in lane number 1. Anna Holubowski in lane number 2, Addison Pfeiffer in 3, Georgia Samet in 4, Amelia Martin in 5, Danny Hume in 6, Sophia Schmidt in 7, Reagan Winkler in lane number 8. 28.90 is the previous best time here in this heat. And that is an A time. So 2 middle of the pool. That's lanes 4 and 5, and that's Pfeiffer, or that's Samet and Martin. Right now they're going to battle it down for the win in this one, 27.83. And that's Samet in lane number 4. That 27.83, just off of that double A time by .04. We've had a couple of near misses by just hundredths of a second by a number of the youngsters here today. And that one just under it by .04, just above it by .04, excuse me. All right, 8 swimmers here. Last heat for the girls. Hoganson in 1, Parisi in 2, Johnson's in 3, Scheck is in 4, Matheny's in 5, Schultz in 6, Wolf in 7, Hamlink in 7th. All these, any one of these swimmers can win it, but right now it's Scheck. She's stretching it out a little bit just beyond Matheny and Johnson. Matheny in behind her about a half of a body length, but it looks like Scheck will take this one all the way into the wall. She'll go 25.39, Matheny 26.29. Both of them dropping time in that one, and great times for them, and both of those youngsters will get the AAA. Just off of the double A, or the quadruple A, I couldn't get a recorded time, but nonetheless, she's going to be right in there near it as Scheck, but what a swim for both of those young ladies. We'll get that confirmed here as we round that out. Another reminder again, we're going to start session 7 warm-up. It's been changed, 9:50, 10:50 start. Go Willa Shank, that's Love Grandma. And Papa. 7 competitors in the first of 5 heats in this 50-yard freestyle. Trip Neiman in lane 1, Andy Swain's in lane 2, Dwayne DeKinder in 3, Kyle Steffen in 4, Sarah Conda's in 5, Mika's in 6, and Dryden Finley is in number 7. Let's go, Trip. That's from Laura Neiman. Sierra Graham gave a shout-out to Sydney a moment ago. She just killed it, got that AAA. Fly, Riley Fly from a minute ago. Go Parkway.
Please quickly pack up your belongings and leave the bleachers so the next session can begin.
Lanes number 2 and 7 in this one. It's Swain and Finley. They are the first 2, along with the Kinder in lane 3. First one in at 36.06 in heat in lane number 2 is Andy Swain. So nice swim for him. They're leaving him up on the board now, so we can at least get him. Lane 7 coming in second. We'll try and get those down for you. Finley followed close in behind by Stefan and DeKinder, Neiman, and then Meek and Hunter. 32:59, that is the B time. Riley, you can do it. Nice shout out on the text line.
Ladies, please quickly pack up your stuff and make your way to the
Line up here in this one. No one in lane number 3, but it's Colbar in 1, Pinnell in lane number 2, Steve in lane number 4, Matthews in 5, Patrick Becker in 6, Kin in number 7, and Gallo in lane number 8. Middle of the pool right now. It's lanes 4, 5, and 6 front running with lane number 6. Patrick Becker a little bit ahead of everyone else. 32:59 is that B cut. Not going to quite get there in this one at 36:46. Second place in the heat in lane number 4 is Steve. A couple of swimmers coming in just in behind. Lane number 1, Colbar, followed by Kin. Then it was Matthews, Gallo, and Pinnell. Michael Purcell will be in lane number 1, followed by George Keski in lane number 2. A couple of Parkway swimmers followed. Well, this is all Parkway except for lane number 8. So David Kopp in lane number 3, Ryan Pinkerton in 4, Adam Kress in lane number 5, Winston Reese in lane number 6, Andrew Bain in lane number 7, and Mihan Marshall from Rockwood, the 11-year-olds, in lane number 8. We've got a vacated spot from Bain in lane number 7. First one out, though, is Reese. Reese came in with a 36:34. He'd love to get that 32:59. A little slow off the wall, so it's Purcell who's outpacing him right now. Both these young men have a chance, though, to get under that B time. They've got a very significant chance to get under that B time. Top of the screen, and he will come in at 31:98, so he will get it. Also, just off of it in 32:66, and lane number 6 was Reese. He misses it by just .07, but a solid B time up in lane number 1 by Purcell, so congratulations to him. 31:88 as he drops 5.5 seconds. Heat 4 of 5, it's Jai Bist in lane number 1. We'll have 8 full lanes. It'll be Tommy Fichter in 2, Max McMillian in 3, Durnall in 4, and Sapp in 5. Dane Talent in 6, Dunker in 7, and Lang in number 8. Fastest preliminary time was 31:55 from Samuel Durnall. This is a 50 right now, and front running it in lane number 7 is Connor Dunker. He's had one heck of a swim meet thus far, and right now he's outpacing everybody by 2 body lengths, and he's pulling away. He's like a big running back in the fourth quarter, gets stronger as he goes. Look at this young man. He's going to come into the wall. He'll be well under 30. 26:78 for Connor Dunker. Nice job for that young man. And that 26:78 is going to be just off of a double A time of 26:79. Actually, he got it by .01, so nice to see somebody just out-knows it. A double A time for that young man. Number of other good drops in that one. Second the heat at 30:69. Lane number 5 for Sapp, so a nice swim for him as he gets the double B time. Now here we go with the last heat. Bextemuller in lane 1, Bucci in lane number 2. Lane number 3 is Schaefer, followed by Alex Adkins in 4. Riley Lewis is in lane 5. Clark Montgomery in 6. Casey Chapman in 7. And Christopher Nelson in lane number 8. Middle of the pool, it's lanes 4, 5, and 6. They are all just about even. That's Adkins, Lewis, and Montgomery. Right now, Lewis may be slightly ahead in lane number 6. He will be the first one to touch 26:93. Nice one for him. He'll come in second place in the event. He's got that A time. The winner of the event will be Connor Dunker with a big time swim. Second place in that heat at 27:04. Adkins, followed by Montgomery in the heat, then Schaefer, Bucci, Nelson, Bextemuller, and Chapman. And that's how we round things out, folks. A couple more shout-outs that we missed out. Hurry up. 13 and over kids are coming soon. Go, Addie. Swim like a beast. That's Mom is so proud of you, so we want to get those in there. Riley, you can do it. Go, Casey, go. And finally, Riley, bring it. We believe in you, Mom and Dad, for the sprint. Well, folks, always tough to end for the 50 because that means I have to talk nonstop for about 15 minutes in a row. Most of the folks who know me say, well, I like to talk anyway, but nonetheless, I need a break. Kevin Girth needs a break. He's been bringing you the 50 different camera angles here for the last couple, 3 hours. So we are going to take a break as we get some nice shout outs from the crowd. I want to say hello to Elaine Johnson, and Mike has been down on the pool deck, of course. Johnson family and their daughter Kennedy. Thanks to Lauren Neiman for the nice words as well. But we're going to take a break. We're going to come back in about 30 minutes. We'll have that 13 and over. Until then, so long. Be sure to chime in, subscribe, like, and share for the rest of the day.